Have you ever asked yourself, as someone over 60, what happens if your muscles keep silently wasting away day by day? At first, it's just feeling tired when climbing stairs, having trouble standing up or sitting down. Then it gradually turns into slipping, falling, breaking bones, even losing the ability to walk on your own. Many people think this is just an inevitable part of aging, but the truth is it's not. And what's even scarier is this. If you keep believing in those jars of protein powder that advertisements call a miracle cure, your muscles might actually weaken even faster. Today, I'm going to show you some familiar, inexpensive foods that have the power to stop muscle loss instantly, even just 30 minutes after eating. These are secrets the supplement industry never wants seniors like us to know. So don't leave this video, because every minute from here on could determine whether you maintain your muscle strength and independence into your 70s and 80s, or end up relying on your kids, a wheelchair, and medications. ***. Welcome to Senior Vitality Now. This is a space I've created especially to talk about nutrition, health, and strength for people over 60, an age where we're often told to just accept getting weaker. But I don't believe that. I believe your 60s, 70s, even 80s can still be vibrant, healthy, and full of independence if we eat the right way. Have you noticed how supplement ads are everywhere? From protein powders and collagen pills to all kinds of miracle shakes and drinks. They show images of seniors full of energy, jogging, hiking, even looking younger, all from drinking a single shake. But behind all that is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And their main interest isn't your health, it's your wallet. And the price we pay isn't just money. Many of my patients have told me that after taking protein powders, they experienced bloating, indigestion, stomach cramps, even diarrhea. Some didn't see any improvement in their muscles. In fact, they got weaker. That's because their bodies couldn't absorb the kind of protein that's been stripped from its natural form. They got discouraged, lost trust, and eventually gave up, saying, "I'm old. Being weak is just part of it." But I'm here to say, no. Age is not a life sentence to losing muscle, strength, or independence. I've seen plenty of people over 70 walking daily, playing golf, gardening, caring for their grandkids, all because they chose the right foods. Foods their bodies actually recognize and use. What brings me the most joy isn't selling a new drug. It's seeing someone make a small change to their breakfast, add one simple food to dinner, or just pick the right ingredients at the grocery store. A few weeks later, they come back walking stronger, smiling brighter, and feeling more confident. That's why I want you to stay through this entire video. What I'm about to share isn't dry theory. It's real experience, backed by science, and proven to help real people transform their lives. You'll see that keeping your muscle strength doesn't require expensive powders, just everyday foods, sometimes the very same ones our mothers and grandmothers used to cook. So if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button and follow the channel. Every week, I'll share new, simple, and practical solutions to help you stay strong and healthy through every year ahead. ***. Why protein powder isn't what it's cracked up to be. My dear friends, before I share the 8 powerful foods that help stop muscle loss, we need to be honest about why protein powder, often marketed as a lifesaver, doesn't actually work the way many people think. Protein powder is made from protein that's been stripped from its natural context. During production, it's exposed to high heat and chemical processing, which destroys the enzymes, minerals, and cofactors that help your body absorb it. Technically, it's still called protein, but it's like a single brick left in the middle of the road. With no cement, no steel, it can't build a strong wall on its own. On top of that, to make it taste better and last longer, manufacturers add artificial sweeteners, flavorings, and synthetic vitamins. Younger people with strong digestion might not notice much at first. But for those over 60, when stomach acid is naturally lower and the gut becomes more sensitive, it can be a real burden. Common side effects include bloating, gas, diarrhea, and even fatigue after drinking. Many of my patients told me they gave up after just a few weeks because their bodies simply couldn't handle it. The real shame is that many people believe if they just get enough grams of protein, as listed on the label, they're doing the right thing. But the human body isn't a simple container. It needs protein along with vitamin B, magnesium, calcium, healthy fats, all working together to truly build muscle. Protein powder doesn't provide that synergy. Let's compare. A scoop of protein powder might offer 20 to 30 grams of protein, but your body may only absorb half of it. Meanwhile, a serving of ricotta cheese or a can of salmon might have slightly less protein, but it's almost fully absorbed and also provides calcium, omega-3s, and natural vitamins. Everything your muscles need to repair and grow. So the key message I want you to remember is this. It's not about the number of grams on the label. What matters is whether your body can actually use it, digest it comfortably, and get all the extra cofactors that come with real food. And that's exactly why the wholesome, everyday foods I'm about to share with you are the real key to strong, healthy muscles in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. The golden rule: food synergy and cofactors. My dear friends, our bodies don't build muscle from protein alone. To turn protein into strength, it needs an entire support system: vitamins, minerals, enzymes, healthy fats, and even antioxidants. This is what we call food synergy, the powerful interaction of nutrients within real foods. Think of it like this. Bricks alone can't build a house. You need cement, sand, steel, and of course, skilled builders. It's the same with protein. When it's removed from its natural context, like in protein powder, all the supporting elements are lost. As a result, your body absorbs it poorly, and the muscle-building effect is minimal. Real food, on the other hand, comes with the full orchestra. For example, eating a whole egg builds muscle 40% more effectively than just eating the egg white. That's because the yolk contains vitamin D, choline, and healthy fats, all things protein powder doesn't provide. Or when you eat vegetables with eggs, your body absorbs up to 7 times more vitamins. That's the power of natural synergy. More importantly, our bodies have adapted to real food over thousands of years. When you eat ricotta, drink kefir, or enjoy a piece of salmon, your stomach, intestines, and liver know exactly what to do. But when you drink a processed protein shake, your organs often get confused, unsure how to handle it. So here's what I want you to remember. Keeping your muscles strong isn't about stuffing in more grams of protein. The real secret is choosing the right natural foods, where protein comes with its full ecosystem of nutrients. And it's these familiar, everyday foods that hold the key to stopping muscle loss and regaining real strength. Food number 1, ricotta, the emergency brake for muscle loss. You might be surprised, but the first food I want to highlight isn't beef, and it's not expensive powdered milk. It's ricotta. This soft, creamy cheese is easy to eat and incredibly powerful for protecting muscle. What makes ricotta special is the natural whey protein it contains. Unlike industrial whey that's been denatured by processing, ricotta offers whey in its original, unaltered form. Once you eat it, the whey enters your bloodstream quickly, signaling your muscles to immediately stop breaking down. That's why within just 30 minutes, you can flip the switch to protect your muscle mass. Ricotta is also rich in leucine, an amino acid known as the trigger for muscle protein synthesis. When leucine levels rise in your blood, your body switches from a muscle loss state to a muscle-building state. Just 1 cup of ricotta provides 3 grams of leucine, enough to make a real difference, far more effectively than most protein powders. It also contains albumin protein, which the body can absorb and use almost 100%. That means nearly nothing goes to waste. On top of that, it offers lactate-form calcium, which is easily absorbed, not only great for bones, but also essential for proper muscle contraction. What makes ricotta especially ideal for those over 60 is how easy it is to digest. It's soft, smooth, and doesn't cause bloating like protein powders, and it doesn't require chewing like meat. For those with dental issues or sensitive digestion, ricotta is a gentle yet powerful option. How to enjoy it? Ricotta is incredibly versatile. In the morning, pair it with honey and berries. At lunch, spread it on whole grain toast. At dinner, stir it into soup instead of cream. Every meal is both delicious and muscle supportive. I remember a patient in his 70s who told me that protein shakes upset his stomach and his muscles still felt weak. After switching to regular ricotta, he came back just weeks later and said, "Doctor, I can climb stairs more easily. My arms and legs feel stronger." That's the power of real food. Simple, but incredibly effective. Ricotta isn't fancy or expensive. It's more affordable than most protein powders, and most importantly, it gives your body exactly what it needs in a natural form. And this is just the beginning. The next food I'll share might surprise you even more. It's not high in protein, but it's a sweet, refreshing fruit you probably know well: watermelon. Food number 2, watermelon, nature's sports drink for your muscles. You might not believe it, but a fruit often seen as just a refreshing summer snack is actually a powerful weapon against muscle loss: watermelon. The magic of watermelon lies in an amino acid called citrulline. When you eat it, your body converts citrulline into arginine, which then helps produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide works by widening blood vessels, allowing better circulation. This helps deliver more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, while flushing out fatigue-causing waste. That's a big win for younger people. But for anyone over 60, when circulation naturally slows down, the impact is even more important. Studies show that drinking watermelon juice can reduce muscle soreness by up to 40% and cut recovery time almost in half. In other words, if you often feel tired after walking, gardening, or even climbing stairs, watermelon might be your secret weapon. And citrulline isn't the only benefit. Watermelon is also rich in potassium, which supports steady muscle contractions and helps prevent cramps, a common issue as we age. A single slice of watermelon actually contains more potassium than a banana. Plus, watermelon is packed with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant also found in tomatoes, but in even higher amounts here. Lycopene acts like a protective shield, guarding your muscle cells from age-related damage. What's even more interesting, the natural sugars in watermelon are not harmful if eaten at the right time. After light physical activity, like walking or doing chores, your body needs to restore glycogen. The natural sugar in watermelon is the perfect fuel for this, while citrulline boosts blood flow to speed up recovery. How to use it? You can simply eat a few slices of watermelon or juice it. If you juice it, make sure to include the white rind. That's where the citrulline is most concentrated. The best times to enjoy it? About an hour before exercise or right after physical activity. You see, sometimes the foods we think of as just treats hold deep healing power. Watermelon not only cools the body, it helps your muscles function better, recover faster, and resist age-related decline. Food number 3, canned salmon. A complete meal in just minutes. My dear friends, the third food I want to introduce is canned salmon, especially pink salmon or sockeye. This is one of the most convenient foods I often recommend older adults keep stocked in their pantry. One small can of salmon contains around 25 grams of complete protein, meaning it has all the essential amino acids needed to build muscle. But that's just the beginning. Salmon also provides omega-3s EPA and DHA, two special fats that make your muscles more responsive to protein. In other words, with the same amount of protein, your body can build more muscle if omega-3s are present. That's something no protein powder can replicate. Beyond protein and omega-3s, canned salmon offers another often overlooked benefit: soft, edible bones. These bones are rich in calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D, the trio of nutrients essential for strong bones and muscles. The vitamin D in salmon is natural D3, which your body absorbs far better than synthetic supplements. Canned salmon also contains astaxanthin, the natural pink pigment. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants in nature, with a special affinity for muscle tissue. It helps reduce damage and speed up recovery after physical activity. From a digestion standpoint, canned salmon is even easier to process than fresh fish. The canning process softens the protein and makes the bones safe and chewable. For older adults who have difficulty chewing or swallowing, this is a big advantage. Another plus, canned salmon keeps for years and requires no special preparation. You can eat it straight from the can, mix it into salads, or mash it with avocado as a spread. It's fast, nutritious, and more affordable than most protein powders. I often joke with my patients that just one can of salmon gives you a functional meal: protein, omega-3s, calcium, vitamin D, antioxidants, all in one. And most importantly, it's real food, not a lab-made product. If ricotta is your emergency brake and watermelon your natural sports drink, then canned salmon is your quick, all-in-one, nutrient-rich meal. Food number 4, whole eggs, a small food with big power. My dear friends, for many years, egg yolks were unfairly labeled as the bad guy because of cholesterol. But modern science now shows that whole eggs are actually one of the most powerful muscle-building foods out there. Studies reveal that eating the whole egg after exercise helps build muscle over 40% more effectively than eating egg whites alone. Why? Because the yolk contains vitamin D, choline, and healthy fats, all of which help your body fully utilize the protein. Protein powders, in contrast, lack these essential cofactors. Eggs also have a unique advantage. They contain natural clusters of leucine-rich proteins, which act like a switch to trigger muscle protein synthesis. And the cholesterol in eggs, once feared, is actually the raw material your body uses to produce testosterone and other hormones important for muscle strength. Here's something even more interesting. When you eat eggs with vegetables, your body absorbs far more fat-soluble vitamins from the veggies. So a simple omelet with greens or scrambled eggs with bok choy isn't just tasty, it's a complete muscle-building meal. In just a few minutes, you can boil or fry an egg and have a cheap, convenient, and powerful food that outperforms most protein powders. That's why I call whole eggs golden bricks for your muscles after age 60. Food number 5. Kefir, feeding your muscles while you sleep. My dear friends, the next food may sound a bit unfamiliar, but it's been a well-kept secret in Eastern Europe for hundreds of years. Kefir, a naturally fermented milk drink, similar to yogurt, but much more powerful. What makes kefir special is its rich diversity of probiotic strains. These friendly bacteria don't just support digestion. They also influence muscle health through what scientists call the gut-muscle axis. When your gut is healthy, your body absorbs protein better, reduces inflammation, and maintains muscle strength more easily. The protein in kefir has already been partially predigested during fermentation. That means it's much easier to absorb and won't cause bloating like many protein powders. But kefir's biggest strength is its high content of casein, a slow-digesting protein that can feed your muscles for 6 to 7 hours straight. Just one small glass before bedtime can help nourish your muscles throughout the night, preventing the muscle breakdown that often happens while we sleep. And there's more. Kefir naturally produces vitamin K2, which helps send calcium to the right places, like your bones and muscles, instead of getting stuck in arteries. That's something no protein powder can replicate. Kefir is easy to enjoy. Drink it plain, or add a spoonful of ground flaxseed and a few berries for extra taste and antioxidants. It's delicious, gentle on digestion, and acts as your overnight muscle support system. Food number 6. Black beans, plant-powered muscle strength. My dear friends, when we talk about building muscle, most people think of meat or fish. But in reality, black beans are one of the most powerful plant-based foods for preventing muscle loss. 1 cup of cooked black beans contains around 18 grams of protein. But its true power lies in a special type of fiber called resistant starch. This unique fiber feeds the good bacteria in your gut, helping them produce butyrate, a compound known to preserve muscle mass and improve muscle function. Even better, this effect can carry over into your next meal, something researchers call the second meal effect. Black beans are also rich in folate and magnesium, 2 nutrients that many older adults don't get enough of. Folate supports the creation of new cells, including muscle cells. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of processes related to movement and protein synthesis. Without enough magnesium, your body simply can't make the most of the protein you eat. And there's more. The black skin of the bean contains anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants also found in blueberries, which help protect muscle cells from age-related damage. Thanks to their high fiber content, black beans also help stabilize blood sugar and regulate insulin, a key hormone that supports muscle growth. How to enjoy them? They're incredibly versatile. Add them to soups, stew them with brown rice, or toss them into a salad. Delicious, affordable, and packed with the nutrients your muscles need to stay strong after 60. Food number 7. Beets, boosting endurance and feeding your muscles. My dear friends, our 7th food may seem simple, but it's actually one of the best-kept secrets for maintaining strength as we age. Beets. What makes beets special is their high content of natural nitrates. Once in the body, these nitrates convert to nitric oxide, which helps widen blood vessels, improve circulation, and deliver more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. The result? Your muscles work more efficiently and feel less fatigued. Studies show that eating beets can improve muscle performance by up to 16%, meaning you can do the same activities using less energy. But that's not all. The deep red-purple color of beets comes from betalains, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that directly target muscle inflammation, one of the main causes of muscle loss as we age. Beets also contain betaine, a compound that supports the body's natural production of creatine, a key fuel source for muscle power and performance. The natural sugars in beets aren't harmful because they come with fiber that slows absorption, providing steady energy for your muscles. That makes beets a great pre-activity food. Whether it's a walk, light workout, or gardening, they help you go longer with less fatigue. How to use them? You can juice them, roast them, or boil them with other root vegetables. They're delicious, heart-healthy, and a real ally for keeping your muscles strong and resilient. Food number 8. Sardines in olive oil. Small, but incredibly mighty. My dear friends, the final food on our list is sardines in olive oil. This humble little fish is actually a natural multivitamin for your muscles. 1 can of sardines provides around 23 grams of complete protein, containing all the essential amino acids your body needs to maintain muscle. But its true strength lies in what comes with it. Sardines are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin D, a nutrient most people over 60 are lacking. And when vitamin D is low, muscle weakness happens fast. On top of that, sardines contain active form omega-3 fatty acids, ready for immediate use by the body. These help reduce inflammation and make muscles more responsive to protein. Combined with the olive oil in the can, the omega-3s are even more effective, and fat-soluble vitamins are better absorbed. Even more special, sardines naturally contain CoQ10, a compound that fuels the mitochondria, the power plants of your muscle cells. CoQ10 levels drop as we age, and without enough of it, muscles tire more quickly. Sardines also offer soft, edible bones loaded with calcium and phosphorus, essential for muscle contraction and joint health. How to enjoy them? Sardines are incredibly easy. Eat them straight from the can, mix into a salad, or spread on whole grain bread. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and packed with muscle-supporting nutrition no protein powder can match. Daily meal plan, a muscle-protecting menu. My dear friends, after learning about the 8 powerful foods, the next question is, how do we combine them into a simple, delicious daily routine that supports strong muscles every single day? Let's imagine a very normal day of eating, but one that's intentionally designed to prevent muscle loss. Breakfast. Start your day with 2 to 3 whole eggs, either boiled or fried, served with some sautéed greens and a slice of whole grain bread topped with ricotta. This is a quick, protein-rich meal loaded with leucine and vitamin D, helping kickstart muscle building from the moment you wake up. Mid-morning snack. Have a small bowl of ricotta with honey and a few berries. It tastes like dessert but acts as a gentle, effective way to keep your muscles protected between meals. Lunch. Try a black bean salad with mixed vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil. This dish is full of plant-based protein, supports gut health, and helps stabilize blood sugar, which is key to maintaining muscle strength. Afternoon snack. Enjoy a few slices of watermelon or a glass of juice made with both red flesh and white rind. This is when citrulline goes to work, boosting circulation and aiding muscle recovery after morning activity. Dinner. Open a can of salmon or sardines in olive oil and serve with roasted vegetables and a few slices of beetroot. This meal brings together high-quality protein, omega-3s, vitamin D, and nitrates, all working in harmony to nourish your muscles well into the evening. Before bed, drink a small glass of kefir. The slow-releasing protein will feed your muscles throughout the night, preventing the natural muscle breakdown that can happen while you sleep. See, you don't need expensive protein powders. With simple, affordable, and easy-to-find foods, you can build a complete daily plan, one that's delicious and protects your muscles 24 hours a day. Addressing common concerns. Dear friends, whenever I share about these foods, there are usually 3 common questions my patients ask. The first question is, will I get enough protein this way? I heard you need 30 grams per meal. The answer is, absolutely yes. For example, just 3 eggs with a slice of ricotta cheese provide nearly 25 grams. A can of sardines or salmon paired with a cup of black beans can give you over 40 grams. Natural foods not only provide protein, but also give you essential vitamins and minerals that protein powders completely lack. The second question, are these foods expensive? In fact, They're much cheaper than protein powders. A can of salmon or sardines usually costs less than a protein shake. Ricotta, black beans, beets, watermelon, all are common and reasonably priced. And when you eat them, you don't need to buy separate supplements like vitamin D, calcium, or omega-3s. Overall, it's much more cost-effective. The third question, will I have digestive issues? Protein powders make me feel bloated. This is actually a big advantage of whole foods. Ricotta is soft and smooth. Kefir is fermented and easy to digest. Canned fish is pre-cooked protein, and black beans and vegetables offer gut-friendly fiber. If you start with moderate portions and increase gradually, most of my patients feel light and comfortable, the opposite of how they feel with industrial powders. In summary, all common concerns have clear answers. These foods are nutritionally sufficient, cost-effective, and digestive-friendly. The only thing you need to do is start making small changes, beginning right on your plate, one meal at a time. How can these foods work so quickly? My dear friends, you may be wondering, how can these foods have such fast effects? The answer lies in the physiology of your body. When you eat foods rich in leucine, like ricotta or eggs, within just 30 minutes, blood levels of leucine rise and trigger muscle protein synthesis. This isn't just theory, it's been measured in clinical studies. The body switches from muscle breakdown to muscle building almost instantly. With watermelon and beets, nitric oxide levels begin rising in about 1 hour, expanding blood vessels and increasing oxygen and nutrient delivery to your muscles, while reducing fatigue. That's why eating watermelon before exercise helps you feel stronger, and after exercise, it speeds recovery. Omega-3s from salmon or sardines also act quickly. Within a few hours, they lower inflammation markers in the blood, creating the ideal environment for muscle repair and growth. And with kefir, both the probiotics and casein protein get to work as soon as they reach your stomach. The probiotics boost nutrient absorption, while casein releases amino acids gradually over 6 to 7 hours, especially powerful when consumed before bed. That means even while you sleep, your muscles are being nourished. What's important to understand is this. The effects don't stop after one day, they build up over time. If you eat these foods regularly, after 4 to 6 weeks, you'll notice stronger muscles, steadier walking, and less fatigue. In other words, you don't have to wait for a miracle. The transformation begins with today's meal, continues tomorrow, and compounds with every bite you take. My dear friends, we've just gone through 8 familiar but incredibly powerful foods, from ricotta, eggs, and kefir to salmon, sardines, watermelon, black beans, and beets. Each one is simple, affordable, and backed by science for its ability to stop muscle loss, support strength, and promote healthy longevity. What I want you to remember is this. Building and maintaining muscle isn't just about looking strong. It's about protecting your independence. Muscle means being able to walk on your own, stand up after a fall, do the things you love without relying on your children or a hospital bed. You don't need expensive powders or high-tech gadgets. Just simple, natural meals, a little each day, and the change will come. The best part? That change can begin with your very next meal. If what I've shared today has helped you better understand how to stay strong as you age, please consider supporting this channel, Senior Vitality Now, by clicking like, subscribe, and turning on notifications. It helps me stay motivated to create more content, and it helps you never miss another important tip. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of the 8 foods do you feel ready to start with? Maybe ricotta for breakfast, a glass of kefir before bed, or just a few slices of watermelon in the afternoon. Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else to take their first step. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. Remember, every meal is a chance to protect your muscle, your freedom, and the dignity of aging well. I'll see you in the next video, right here on Senior Vitality Now.